Down below, you can check out some of my free sounds from today's session and also all of my samples and presets that are currently available. Today, we're making some house, not bass house, but something more along the lines of melodic or future. We're finally getting some melodics involved, woo! And this one was inspired by Repiet and a little bit of Knock2 for the first episode of Saturday Sessions for 2025. I don't know if I can see this being like the thing. It's just the intro, but just like whispering too, which is pretty interesting. I think it just should be back here. Oh yeah, this is the MIDI for that bass. Before I like don't talk about this again. Like I said, like it's just playing one note. But when you glide notes and you don't re-trigger it, you get like the resonances on some notes. I don't know, this is sounding really cool. This is Bass Analog 1. I feel like this is like a nice vibe though. Like this is like a nice like intro vibe. I just don't know how this can incorporate into this melodic part, but we'll see. Some nice like vocal cuts in here as well, I feel like. You know what I mean? Could be cool to like put that into a sampler and then do some MIDI glides possibly. I don't know. Oh, maybe we just need to match it up with this. This is nice. Like that's got like nice tonality to it for like a lead or something. Maybe, I don't know. Up in the pine. Damn, that clap is like this way. That's insane. Everyone's just feeling too and yeah, I don't know. We could. I think something here is going to change, whether it be like this intro or the way that these chords come in and change, like do do do. Something's going to change here, which is okay. So let's keep going. I think we need like a big clap, which my samples are so out of whack right now, just because there's so much. We'll grab a hat and a clap, and we're going to get rolling with this. I'm going to grab the sound. So like we went down, deadly. How bad can this be? Hey, let's use these. I'll tell you what, it's nice having stuff down already because you can just place it in and then go from there instead of doing it from scratch, but oh, I think we can make the saws sound cool. I want to keep it chords because I want this part to be like the like 50 type of bass. Like I already have going, right? I want that to stay the same. So maybe we can make these chords just like a different sound. So let me grab a different sound. We could maybe just extend these out here. Might be a different sound later on, but it's definitely what I want though. The chords first. I can already hear a bass. I think I'm just gonna go with like a pretty typical saw, I would say. I really just want something normal. I don't want anything crazy. Yeah, so I just might grab a sub for now, actually. And then that's all I need. I don't really need to work on anything else. Yeah, let's just do like a saw sub so it fills out a little bit more. A little Cheyenne Giles type of sub. So we'll try that. Sounds more of like a bass guitar, I would say, in terms of what it fills out in the spectrum. You see all these harmonics? That's what we're looking for right now. I feel like it's going to fill out a little bit more, make it more, a little bit more tonal. Okay, so let's make this vocal chop sound a little bit more interesting. You know, there's so much shit we could do with this. I'm gonna open up Snap Heap. You don't need this. I'm gonna use it because it is good. Just it's great for processing a lot faster than FL Studio can do. We'll make it parallel in a second. So this sound right here, so this one right here, literally a saw wave, which we'll do pitch bend. We'll do bend, width, and then maybe we can just like EQ a little bit because it's just a saw wave, and saw waves sound good on their own. Do like going slow up like that. Nothing too crazy, but I didn't record. Okay. And that's going to be more in the background, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with these. That could definitely be layered and a little bit different. No, I've been messing around with silence lately. Alright, these are all what I have. I guess that's nice, but that's not what I want. Let's keep going here. This might sound better if I had like a build up and everything, so I'm just not happy with this at all. Things change. Let's see where it goes. I guess since this is just a saw wave, we can really kind of manipulate it as much as I can to make it sound a little more interesting. So I'll be real with you real quick. I worked on this for a few more days and many more hours. There's a lot of stuff which I just simply can't go over everything in here, which is why I'm going to leave some samples, loops, and presets down below for free. So I mentioned before how there are some good one-shots from the vocal, and I tried to sprinkle those in as much as I could throughout the entire song. And honestly, they are the unsung hero of the song. Next, the primary lead synth. It was cool before those chords pitching up, and to be honest, I just kept adding and taking away the sounds until it sounded a little better. It definitely has more of that staccato, plucky type of sound, which I really love. So I grouped those together inside of a bus and really just wanted to make it sound a lot more wholesome. And it's definitely more of an artistic choice in terms of when to stop and what to add. But I stopped when I was happy with the sound. That secondary B synth is actually just a single saw wave, and I added a second one later for a little bit of width, but it's just a saw wave, and the MIDI is playing a root plus a fifth, and that fifth is 2 octaves higher. And setting it up this way in MIDI is the same exact thing that I do in synths and talk about all the time on the channel, because it is a very common thing in bass house. And doing it fixed inside of a synth versus doing it in MIDI, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. The advantage in MIDI is that I can change the notes a little bit. I can change that top melody a little bit, which is very nice, and I did here. And then you can also easily just add the thirds to those chords, to those corresponding root notes. It's just a lot easier to do it that way. And since that sound itself is pretty simple and that melody is just following the chord progression, I really like to add automation of the filter, the pitch bend, the vibrato, and really anything that you can do to make that simple sound a little bit more realistic and maybe humanized like a guitar would. There's scratches, pitch bends, and all that, and that's what I'm doing with this really simple sound in a synth. The drums aren't anything out of the ordinary. Good starting points will get you most of the way there, and taking them out and then adding them back in occasionally. I added a drop outro. I took a piano, filtered it, played it with the kick, and it gave me vibes from this intro from this older CG and Knock2 song. And again, I messed with that vocal cut for a new melody. And something which is one of my favorite things to do right now, which is throwing all of your music. So in this case, it was a drop synth. It can be breaks too, which I'll get into in a separate time. But in this case, throwing the drop synth stack into phase plant granular and just messing with that in the buildup. And honestly, this could be the sound of the drop, but I just kept it for the buildup for now because it was just a little rough idea. And that's it. Pretty rough around the edges still, but I'll throw the full song in its current state down below in the free pack. And here's the playback.
That's the motto.